Okay, I want to thank everybody who came out for the voluntary practice yesterday. We did go over a couple of things briefly, but not too much, and we spent some time practicing. But I did want to go over a little bit what we talked about yesterday and a little more in depth about some things today. One thing we talked about is clearing, something that needs to be done at times. Clearing means getting the ball out of here, anywhere. Out of here, I don't care where it goes, it just can't be here right now. There is definitely a time and a place in soccer for that, when the ball just needs to be somewhere else. Doesn't matter if it goes to the other team, doesn't matter if it goes out of bounds, it just needs to get out of here. That's fine. And we do that. The problem is we also, especially in the Berwick game, it's been building more and more, is what I'm calling an unforced clear. This is when we are clearing the ball, head down, don't care where it goes, and when we didn't have to. This happened a great deal in the Berwick game, quite a bit in the Dallas, but it's getting worse and worse, and we have to stop doing it. You had options. If you picked your head up, you could have dribbled, you could have passed, you could have just held it, because at times this is happening when there is no one within, 15, 20 feet of you in every direction. And this is a lot of players. Is this going to happen sometimes and you wish you didn't? Yes, sure, that's fine. But this is happening way too much. And the ball goes out of bounds to the other team. It goes to the other team and right back at us, because when it's cleared, it often goes towards their number advantage. If we're back on our end and it gets cleared out, that means most of our players are on our half. And it goes out to where maybe there's a lot more backs, or backs in a holding mid or something, and we're outnumbered. So it goes to the other team. The other thing that's been that happened a lot are misplays, like a mispass. And yes, that's going to happen. I get that. But we really need to reduce that. It's really hurting us too. This is not an unforced clear. This is you end up with the ball at your feet, you see someone, you go to pass it to them, and it's just at the wrong weight. It means the wrong tempo or the wrong angle, and it misses them. Is that going to happen? Sure. But we need to do a little bit better job of being careful with our passes and our weight. Think of all the ones that went to Nicole in the Berwick game that were at the wrong angle and the wrong weight, or a lot of other ones. Okay, between these two, we're giving the ball up, giving possession back, and that means we don't have it, which means they're coming right back at us again. The other major thing that's been happening is the scientific notation is not for us. Is this. Here was a Berwick goal, and there's been several variations of this goal. And I'm going to put a blue player over here for Berwick and a white ball. One of the goals later in the game looked like this. We were up a little bit, and there was two blue players here. Like I said, there's variations of this, but it's basically the same issue. And that is here, there's people getting behind us, and I don't know how that's happening. They scored on us 3-on-5, and Dallas was scoring on us 1-2-on-4. And here's what I see in the Berwick game that happened. We had a Berwick player and the ball. Our outside mid came here. Our left back came over. Our one center mid started stepping. Our other center back, another center back was coming back and also ran this way. These two players ran straight down because these people kept stepping this way. This one came straight down. Kayla, it was this case, was here and running straight back. She didn't go this way, and she didn't go that way. She kind of ran straight back. And so then this ball and this player got behind this straight line. I don't know why this keeps doing this sometimes. And then the ball came across, and it was an easy score. In Dallas, it was them overloading one side, us shifting over, everybody stepping over, and Gallagher standing right here. And we need to talk about that if we need to, But we can't have everybody stepping this way and then Kayla not stepping that way and having 2 people and Mia not saying anything and having all these people over here on 1. And then someone standing right here getting... This accounted for, I'd say, 5 of our goals of the 9 that we just had. Okay? So, pregame in the locker room, if we can, at the field house, we're going to talk about this. And where this confusion of who has a mark and who doesn't have a mark. And if we can put this to rest today, because we need to, or we're going to be done soon. Other thing, I do not like change just for the sake of change, but there's some changes that need to be made here. There's some changes that need to be made other places, mental-wise, as far as looking and acting defeated before the game even starts. And we are going to try, because I think we need to try also just shaking up the energy a little bit, shaking things up, resetting something, because we're going to repeat what we've been doing, and that is up and down, and we've been going down now, and we need to start trending up. We got 2 games left. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to change our formation today. We're going to do this for a couple of reasons. We're going to do this because I believe there's a really good chance. There's a couple of reasons for this. One, we're going to see Dallas in the playoffs. I don't know why, but we know what they were doing was overloading one side, and this formation will help us deal with that. Plus, I think balance us out a little bit and get us a little more attack. We're going back with our back 4, okay, with a little personnel change, 4-2-3-1. This person here is going to be a more defensive player, okay? They're going to be here to help out with marking, getting people, more defensive, more holding mid. This person here has defensive responsibilities, but a little more freedom to come up. We're going to say like a passing midfielder, not necessarily attacking, but passing, and a little more free to move around, okay? The beauty of this is this left, if there's anything beautiful about it, this left and right midfield basically have the same responsibilities. If you're thinking defensive wide, we're still in a 4-4-2, except we have this ability to come here. This person could come over, but basically it's a 4-4-2. Get pressure, drop back, get pressure. Basically the same. You have some defensive responsibilities because we only have 2 here, but you're also going up on the attack. And this is more of an attacking midfielder, but also coming back and trying containing a little bit, helping out if they need to. Okay. So what is that going to look like for us for? Let me make sure I'm still recording. Yes, I am, because I don't want to make that mistake again. Sorry. Okay. So what is that making for us? Here's going to be our starting lineup for today. We're moving Julia Rose out of this left back position. Not that she didn't do a good job. She helped us out, jumped in there, and learned that position as she went, and we think did well. But we did lose a little bit of an attack on that side because learning that position and going was enough, yet alone asking her to go up on attack a whole lot. So you only saw her going up a few times, did fine there, but I think if we put Maddie here, we have our defense still and give us a wing option. Now we have a little more attacking on both sides. We know Kayla can make that run, and Maddie definitely can. And with practice and more time, Rose would have gotten more comfortable and can do it as well, but we don't have that much time left, okay? So not much change there. These two are basically doing the same thing. This could also be Jess, but to start, it's going to be Emma OG today. Emma Sue is going to be here. More of that, a little more freedom to move around. Rose, keeping her in check a little bit. You have the maturity here to talk to her and tell her to come back if you need to, so we can drop in defensively. We're going to have Hubert more of an attacking mid, but also you're really good at tracking back a little bit, containing a little bit, and winning that ball back. And that way, if Emma Sue needs to come back a little bit more and get our shape again. Rachel Z, we're going to try and keep more up on top to play the ball up for her to use her strength, or play the ball off like she does like to Jess and Emma over here and try and get some goals there. So 4-2-3-1. I think this will also help us with Dallas, which I believe we're going to be playing. If they overload this side again, okay, with like 3, 4, 5 people, the idea would be to pass this ball around over here, outnumber us like they did 4-2 or 5-3 to free up this person, to get them the ball back, for them to cross it over to Gallagher in the middle. With this, it gives us a little more flexibility to overload that side to match them. It's strange, but we could have Maddie and Rose come over. If Huber comes over, and we still have Emma Sue free to move around, and we can come over a little bit. Still keep our middle without a mark, hopefully, or one. And Kayla was going to maybe that girl who's standing all the way over. Well, I don't know what I did there. I don't know where Kayla went. Oh, Kayla jumped on. Nicole watching this girl wide a little bit while she stays way over here on the touchline. But I think this formation gives us a little more flexibility to then match up with their numbers. And if we don't end up playing them, then we don't end up playing them. But that's the plan. Okay. And I'll see you hopefully in the locker room so we can go over this and answer any questions.